Hi guys, and in this video I want to talk about remote telecommute jobs and Microsoft. That's right, Microsoft. Now I know a lot of you want to work for Microsoft. Why? Because they are a very stable employer. They're not going anywhere. It's a Fortune 1000 company, maybe Fortune 50 or above. They make billions and billions of dollars. They're very stable. In fact, most of your operating systems, if you're not using a Mac, are Microsoft based. So it's a very stable company. Think of Xbox. Think about Windows, think about Microsoft Bing, think about other impressive technologies they have. They're not going anywhere. And if you want a job in Microsoft, you could get one, but then they're located in Seattle, and you might have to relocate to Seattle or one of their other work centers in Texas or other areas of the country, or you could work there job 100% remote. That's right, guys. In this video, I want to talk to you about the remote jobs that they have open. And they do have remote jobs open. Look at my screen. Look in front of you. Look at this. So I am filtering by 100% remote. I'm on the careers website of Microsoft. See Microsoft, I'm under careers for professionals. And I'm looking for 100% remote jobs. And there are 117 remote jobs in Microsoft. And now, to be honest, a lot of them are in the Seattle area, but they're 100% remote. And if you read the job description, you might not even have to be in the Seattle, Washington area. You could be located in Philadelphia or Honolulu and just work Pacific hours, which is fine. It's easier for someone on the East Coast to work Pacific hours than someone on the West Coast to work Eastern hours. Because all that means is you still work at 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 8 a.m. Eastern in Seattle, and then you finish work at 8 p.m. Eastern, which is fine because it's 5 p.m. in Seattle, and that's great. You work from 11 to 8 and 11 a.m. till 8 p.m., and those are normal hours. You can sleep in. It's a lot easier than working the opposite, working East Coast hours if you're on the West Coast. That means you have to get up at 5 in the morning Pacific time to start work at 8 a.m. Eastern time. And the beauty of Microsoft is they are headquartered in Seattle Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast or even Central, it's ideal for you to work those hours. It's not bad at all. And they have other jobs in Texas, in California, and Georgia. Now, there are 117 jobs here. Some of them are in British Columbia and Singapore, but you could take a look at them. And a lot of them, the majority of them, are IT-based, but there's a lot of IT professionals out there. And if you are a newbie, if you are entering college or in college, you could get trained and become an IT professional. And you could become an IT professional and then get a remote job from Microsoft, making $70,000, $80,000 to start, then $100,000 to $120,000 more, and 100% remote. That's the beauty of it. So there's senior UX engineer roles, there's a scientist role, a machine learning role. As you can see, a lot of them are software engineers and program managers. And program managers are basically project managers. And when you're a project manager, you don't even do any configuration. You don't even do any coding. You just tell other people what to do. And you still make a lot of money. And you could do it 100% remote for Microsoft. Now, there's others, the roles that don't require programming or project management or engineering, not the hard disciplines, hard work. It's or the IQ to do it. And I'm not saying being creative is not hard work. I'm saying you're creative. You create new things. You're a product manager, but you're not a programmer doing coding or doing math, which for me is hard. That's why I'm a recruiter. And for many people it is. And it's easier, for me it would be easier. Maybe it would be harder for a programmer to be someone creative. But it depends on your skills. But there are creative and design work here as well. There's supply chain work. I do recommend, if you are a professional, to take a look at these. I do recommend to work for Microsoft because it's a stable employer. You could raise a family working for Microsoft. You could be there for many years, and you could do it at the comfort of your home, the comfort of your basement, of your office, of your room, what have you, doing it 100% remote. I do recommend take a look at this website. I do think it is useful for you. You could be a manager too. You could be an individual contributor. So wherever you are in your career, if you're starting out your career, think of going into IT or in creative to go and work for a stable job in Microsoft. If you are already a program manager, a project manager, a software engineer, someone in creative working as a designer or a product manager, apply to Microsoft and get a remote job and support your family. I think that's a great way to go. I hope this video was useful for you. Please don't forget to subscribe and like my videos. Again, I'm Dmitry. I run a very successful staffing agency called NewConfig. We made over 1.7 million in revenue last year. I talk to people that work at Microsoft all day, every day, that have worked, and they love their experience there. So I decided to make this video. I hope this was useful, and stay tuned for the next video.